G'day everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel, and before I like to get started with today's video, I just want to say that about 96% of you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is quite a bit, so if you'd please, just hit that subscribe button and like the video, it'd mean a lot. And let's get into the video. Today I'll be sharing with you 8 tips how to region guess Mexico. It can be a very difficult country to region guess, but I'm going to give you some tips on how you can region guess it better, so let's get started. First tip I have for you here is this vegetation here. This kind of vegetation here is called pulque agave. It's this green kind of vegetation with these spiky things going in all kind of directions. And this type of vegetation is only found in the states around Mexico City and sort of to the northwest. So you have like the state of Mexico and like also around Querétaro and a bit around to some extent San Luis Potosi as well. But mainly it's just going to be around the CDMX area. So you see this, just send around there. Next tip here is going to be some blue agave, which is just a blue variant of what we just saw. It's a little bit thinner, but they're pretty abundant as you can see here. There's a lot of them in this field here. And yeah, they're quite different to the other ones we just saw as they're more of a bluish color. And this one is common in the western part of Mexico, specifically to the state of Jalisco most commonly, near Guadalajara, and to a little bit, some extent in Nayarit, but mostly Jalisco. So if you see this, I recommend sending around the state of Jalisco. Next one here, we have this road line with the black tar next to the yellow solid line. And if you see this kind of black tar on the yellow road line, this is most commonly found in 3 states. Guerrero on the south coast, and Durango and Sinaloa up in the northwest region. So yeah, you can usually tell Guerrero apart from the 2 northwestern states, as this is definitely more of a green, more like coastal looking area as well. So yeah, this one's in Guerrero, but as I said, you can find them in Sinaloa and Durango a bit as well, up in northwest, and that'd be way more mountainous and more desertous. So this is quite a good tip to know, and one you should definitely consider when you are in Mexico. Right, next one here, we have a pretty more common tip, but a still good one to mention, and it's the abundance of red brick. Here we see a few red brick buildings, we see one there, some here as well. This is most commonly found in the west part of Mexico, again around Jalisco, Nayarit, that kind of area. They usually more use red brick around there. Be careful not to confuse it with mud brick, which is what they see more abundantly up in the north, especially around Durango. This is just standard red brick where the color's not as like dark. It's just more of just a standard kind of red brick color. And yeah, you're probably gonna be in that west part of Mexico. Another bonus tip here is this is a Jalisco license plate. It's a yellow and blue one. That's the signature colors. And there's another one over here. Keep in mind though that Mexican license plates are pretty rare to see them. Like not every car here will have a Jalisco plate, like this one doesn't, like this one doesn't either. They're pretty rare, to be fair, to find them around. So yeah, you got to be careful of when you do use plates, but when you do see them on those rare occasions, you can confidently send in a certain state, in this case, Jalisco. Okay, next tip here, we are just in Mexico City, and this is a pretty unknown pole by some. It's an asymmetrical one, and it's got these like 3 mushroom insulators on top in this asymmetric shape, with 2 on one side and 1 on the other. And most commonly found in Mexico City area and some surrounding states, such as state of Mexico, a little bit maybe Puebla and like Tlaxcala, that kind of area. But it's pretty common around the Mexico City area. And of course, we got like the classic pink and white taxi. That's obviously exclusive to Mexico City, but this is a more unknown tip and one you should definitely know just to confirm your guess if you see this taxi, for example. So yeah, keep this tip in mind, and it's a very good one to know. Next one here, we have this pole, and the unique thing about this pole is that the crossbar is usually a lot lower than it should be. Usually the crossbar is like up here or something, but this one's quite a bit lower, and it has again this asymmetric shape with this little support bar. And this one is found in 2 states, Sinaloa and Sonora. And of course, you know that they're right next to each other, so it's easy to remember. Durango can have similar poles, but this support bar will come right to the end of the crossbar like this, and we're creating a bigger triangle than, for example, what's here. And I think it'll be a bit further up as well. So kind of similar, but not really. But yeah, lowered crossbar with this support beam, asymmetric shape, definitely send either in Sinaloa or Sonora. Right, now we're on to some what I like to call Puebla pavement. This is called Puebla pavement because it's this hexagonal sort of shaped pavement with 6 sides. And yeah, you see it sometimes in Puebla and Tlaxcala, which is just the state to the north, just east of Mexico City. And yeah, this is exclusive to those 2 states. You will almost never see this anywhere else. If you see this kind of hexagonal pavement in Mexico, you will be in one of these 2 states. And the last tip I have for you here is some good old Oaxaca pavement. So this is this very interesting design. As you see, got the road line down the middle, got this like rock kind of 3 rock patterns here. Very unique, I must say. And yeah, most commonly found in the state of Oaxaca in the southeast. More commonly within the state though, if you want to region guess, more common in the northwest. So if you see it and you know in Oaxaca, probably guess in the northwest. So yeah guys, that will conclude the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. I will do more vids like this, grindings in Mexico and other big countries. So if you want to see that, just hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all things like that. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.